Hi, it's Jess. I've been getting a couple emails to update, and I thought I'd give a little update. So I think the last update I gave was about a year ago. I'd had that seroma thing. I don't know. I am woman o complications. And that helped my top belly. Super. The problem I started having is that every time I would eat, my belly would swell, like below my belly button. And the seroma thing helped the top part of my belly, but my problems continued to exist below the belly button. So the problem was is that first it started just twice a week. I would have these attacks when I ate. Then it was every single time I ate, and it got to the point that every single time I ate, it would be an attack that I would rock on my hands and knees and, say, help me, like an ER visit every time I ate. So, I had gastric bypass by a general surgeon in an Army hospital, and he went in for an exploratory surgery in December. He found that my liver was attached to my stomach with scar tissue, and I had an internal hernia and a large Peterson's gap, which is kind of like when you lose a lot of weight from bypass or whatever, you have like this big gap and intestines can go into it. So they put saline around my intestines and bubbles came through, and kind of like when you roll a tire to see if it has a hole and the bubbles come up. They thought there was a hole in my intestines, so it was a 5-hour surgery, and they went inch by inch through my intestines 3 times, and it was a pretty painful recovery, but regardless, I was hopeful, and I was ready to resume my life. The symptoms came back. So my surgeon said, Jess, you surpassed my realm of expertise. I'm going to send you to the University of Denver, to the bariatric specialist. And this guy does all the revisions in the state of Colorado, I believe. However, Colorado isn't a very fat state, so it is what it is. So I went to him, and I had a small bowel follow-through. I'd already had colonoscopies, EGDs, small bowel follow-throughs, and they found what they call candy cane roux, which is if your pouch is like this, there was, 5 or 7 centimeters of dead end intestines. So every time I ate, the theory was that I would eat, it would go into this dead end of intestines, and it would just accumulate gas, and that's why every time I ate, I was burping and retching and heaving, and my belly was swelling 5 months pregnant. So I was excited. It made sense, There were a couple symptoms that I didn't show, like if you have a candy cane roux limb or candy cane intestines, you don't have any sensation of being full, and you are probably fat. But I wasn't. I was 5'6", 114, and before the surgery I'd eaten 1 or 2 Ritz crackers in a 2-day period, and even that was an attack, and I was getting so weak and shaky from hunger that I was having a hard time just opening doors. So I was excited about the surgery. This guy seems to know. Had a surgery. It was like a 5-hour surgery. They found a couple possible hernias, took off the candy cane intestines. I woke up with a feeding tube coming out of my abdomen, and it was a hole right underneath my rib cage, and it was like 6 inches. It went down to my hip, and I had to keep it in for 6 weeks because you have to create a rind around the hole, or you can leak bile for life. So I didn't like the feeding tube. Then I went back to him, and I got down to 5'6", 114. He said if I lost 1 more pound, then he was going to have to exclusively tube feed me. So I tried super hard to eat, and eat I did, and I got up to 5'6", 129. Then I went back in the fat girl shame. They told me I was 1 pound over my ideal weight. I was carrying chocolates in my purse because I get shaky if I don't eat every couple hours. And I think I'm hypoglycemic, And they said that that was irresponsible. When I had bypass, I made a commitment that I would never eat sugar, fat, or anything again. And they gave me the fat girl shame because I was 1 pound overweight. So my symptoms went away for a while, and that's super. But they've returned, and it hurts when I eat. And you know, I'm okay with a normal bypass reaction. That is what I signed up for. You know, I eat too much, I eat too fast, I eat the wrong thing, my pouch hurts, I get sick. Bad Jess. Super. But this is something different. I eat below the belly button. It swells to 5 months pregnant. I feel like I'm going to pop. Sometimes I'm like rocking on my knees saying, help me, help me. It feels like I should go to the ER. I know that they just make you stable. They give you pain medicine. I don't want pain medicine. I want it fixed. So they're sending me to a bariatric GI specialist in Denver, and hopefully he can figure it out. I don't know if it's bacteria in my intestines. I don't know if it's a peanut allergy, but I'm having a real hard time managing it, and it hurts to eat. And so it's created another like unhealthy fat girl food cycle where I try to eat as long as I can because it doesn't hurt. I've got boys to raise, and then eventually I eat, and because I've been so hungry, I'll eat too much, and then I'll have an attack, and that'll scare me, and then I won't eat for as long as I can stand it again, and that's not healthy. I really feel completely mentally healthy with food. It's just that my body's reaction to food is not healthy. I'm not fearful of being fat. I'm not fearful of sugar. I'm not fearful of obesity. I feel like I have this addiction licked, but I just don't want to have ER worthy visits when I eat, and I want to, you know, move on with my life. That's why I had this surgery, so I could be a participant in life. Yes. So they all tell me that I'm a great success with surgery. God forbid I should be a fat woman. God forbid that a woman should put a spoon in her mouth too often. I know that discrimination. But you know, I think I regret the surgery. I know that I was 280. I know that I'm like 125. That's super. But I don't feel good. And the only thing that's ever wrong with my blood work is that I'm, you know, anemic. And that's manageable. You know, just iron pills. That's fine. So I'm trying to keep food journals and figure out if there's some trigger, or, you know, I'm just weary. So there's my update. Bye.